Are you looking for a little inspiration when it comes to entertaining your guests? Well, we've got some quick, easy, and most importantly, visually appealing ideas that won't break the bank.
Joining us with their entertaining expertise are Tanji Patton from Good Taste with Tanji Patton and Chef Adrian Perez from Complete Eats. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going over here with Adrian. You're going with Tanji.
Well, yeah, and speaking of a perfect pairing, Adrian and Tanji together, we love this. So, actually, here, I'm going to pass out this this wine that Tanji just poured for you two.
We'll celebrate.
This is for us, Tanji.
All right.
So today, you've laid out this lovely charcuterie plate.
Yes.
What is a charcuterie plate, by the way?
Charcuterie in general are meats and things that have been preserved or processed, not processed, but made in a way to last. So you think of the years ago when they didn't have refrigeration. You know, we've got our salamis now. There's all kinds of things you can do. Pâtés. It's a general term.
It's a general term.
It's a general term.
So you could do only like a vegetable charcuterie. You could do meats and cheese. So it's like a collection of yummy bites.
Yes, it is now a collection of yummy things. I mean, the American interpretation of charcuterie is a beautiful platter with an assortment of whatever you want on it.
Perfect.
When I entertain, this is one of my favorite things to put together. It's incredibly relaxing. I am not at all artistic, but you kind of can play like you are. The color is important. The texture is important. So you want a variety of things. You want your guests to walk in and see this beautiful display of charcuterie and go, wow, I want that.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's about coming in together. So I thought I'd let you build one.
Sure.
I put this one together. There's no right or wrong answer. I like to use a variety of cheeses. So we have a brie there. You can try this one there. That's similar to a Roquefort. It's an England-style Roquefort.
Can I cut into it now?
No, we're going to build it.
Oh, I don't get to eat it first?
You can eat it.
Oh, man.
You want me to build and you eat?
Okay, so we're going to build it over here on this.
Yes.
Okay,
so
great.
you want your cheeses accessible. I generally put them around
the edges.
corners. Exactly.
So rather than clumping the cheese all into one spot, you're sort of dividing them up here.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you think your salamis, you can do prosciuttos. What I've done, these can be so easy. You can go to H-E-B. They do most of the work for you. They're thin. You can roll them. Put asparagus in a little prosciutto.
Oh, that's perfect. So you just wrap it up.
Yeah, stack it right there with your asparagus. And it's just a building process. You always want to cut the fat in the meat, something acidic. So some little cornichons are a nice addition.
Oh, so
it's just a bright.
So the acidic nature of the pickles, that cuts the grease in the meat.
Exactly. Another flavor I like to add in is something fruity, not necessarily a sugar bomb, but something fruity. These are incredible. They are taste elevated. The lady that makes these is from Castroville, Texas. Lori is her name, and these are tangy mustard seeds. She also does a habanero kind. These are amazing. You can buy the little jars and set them right on your platter.
So you put the actual jar on there.
I do sometimes. If I'm entertaining really casually, it's easy for people to get it out of the jar.
And is there a rule when you're putting this together? Are you essentially just creating little piles all over the place?
I am trying to create color, interest, and things that people will want to eat. You can stack your bread in front of it.
Maybe some carrots for color.
Absolutely.
Carrots
I like to add some florals to them from time to time. Another little eye-popping thing.
Oh, that's complete. I don't want to.
Oh, you can take whatever you want.
I'm going to take
nuts
some
are always a
tomatoes.
nice little adjustment, a little addition as well.
And then this is something, Tanji, that would happen like in sort of like the appetizer drinks hour before dinner?
I like to do this, yes, because if you're doing a dinner party, sometimes you think, oh, what am I going to make for appetizers?
Yeah.
And time becomes your enemy, especially if you're working. So when you get home, you want something simple. So many of these things can be just pulled out the night before or done the day of. If you've got a nice charcuterie plate like that out, depending on the size of your crowd, I have a giant one I like to build at home.
Oh, that's great.
That can be everything you need except the main course.
Yeah, and then because there's a little something for everyone in a scenario like this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the more variety, the better. The more color, the better, and texture.
And you said before the show, I know we're going to talk wine a little later on today's show, but you said you always feel a little more relaxed when you're assembling the charcuterie plate with a glass of wine.
This can be one of the most if you like to cook with a glass of wine, putting a charcuterie plate together, there's no stress, there's no wrong answer. With a glass of wine in hand, it's all better.
And some fresh flowers. You're so glamorous, Tanji. And by the way, we will plug your show later, but you guys know Tanji Patton from Good Taste with Tanji. It's right here, KPRC Channel 2. 5:30 a.m.
It's DVR time. Sunday mornings, 5:30 a.m. Set your DVRs, and you can see us online at goodtaste.tv.
Such a good show. It always makes me so hungry. Okay, so Adrian, Jennifer Broom.
Cheers over here. Our turn now. Okay, so they got us ready with their charcuterie board. Now let's take it over here and let's do a salad and the main course.
It's time to turn up the heat. So, you know, despite the Texas heat, we still can't stay away from the grill. It's in our Texas blood. Am I right?
Yes.
So we've got to have a good marinade that's good for all year long. This one is universal. I love it. It's fresh, it's uplifting, and it's definitely summer friendly. So we're starting off with it's one-handed now. I've got to do this one-handed.
I'll help you out. What do you need?
Fresh squeezed lime juice and fresh squeezed orange juice. You can find this at your favorite grocery store. I think we all know which one. Already squeezed in store.
So that's a simple shortcut. Get it already pre-done, so you don't have
Absolutely. Or you can use canned or bottle. Totally cool with me. I just like the original stuff.
Can I dump all this in there?
Cilantro, garlic, and a little bit of fresh white onion. We want that sharpness from the white onion, that uplifting flavor from the cilantro, and the garlic's going to kind of tie it all in. And then I've got my simple mix of cumino, a little sea salt, and black pepper and chili powder.
What did you call that?
Comino. Cumin. Sorry, cumin.
I was like, wait.
Grandma's in my head right now. She's saying comino. So we blend this up till it's nice.
Hey, when
and
Grandma
smooth.
talks to you, you gotta listen, right?
Yes, absolutely. Put it out on high, and it's just gonna make a really quick, good little soupy marinade. And mind you guys, this is good over chicken, pork, beef, fish, potatoes, vegetables. Again, it is universal. It's a little chunky in style. Absolutely. Let it sit overnight, a couple of hours, and we just brush it right over the top of our proteins while they're grilling. I've got my little cast iron grill skillet here. If you want to do this indoors, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to pour this right in here.
This is so simple, and by the way, we are going to put this segment up on HoustonLife.tv later today, so it will be there for you.
So packed full of flavor, and check this out. I've got a nice little skewer.
I love that you did little skewers.
This is my homage to Pride Month. Look at this. It's all the colors of the Pride flag. You've got the the purple roasted potatoes, fresh cherry tomatoes, orange bell pepper, zucchini squash, and of course our diced chicken that we grilled up. Really fun to look at, but we can take it to the next level. We're going to add a little sauce to it today.
Of course we are. Why not?
Right. We don't just stop there. So I love this one. This one literally will lift you off this TV set stage. It is so bright and flavorful. This is a mandarin and pineapple sauce. We've got both of those cooked down in the skillet, as you guys can see.
And you just kind of reduce that down on the stove.
Reduce that down. A lime zest, a little bit of red pepper flakes.
Show me a trick with when you're trying to get lime zest or lemon zest.
That rind, that's that white part in your lime is the bitter part. So we scrape once across, never twice. And
great tip right there,
absolutely.
Once across.
And to check my measuring on the lime zest, I do it upside down so I can gather it in the actual zester. And bam, it goes right into the skillet. You know how much you're putting in, and it just gives it that good zest that you're looking for.
I wish we had smell-o-vision because this smells so good.
I know. A little coconut cream goes in there. And you guys just have to puree this until it's nice and beautiful and bright and smooth. Smell this.
Let me smell.
Gorgeous.
Ah, that is just so tropical and light.
I know, isn't it? And look, just a little bit on the plate here. There we go.
Okay, so seriously, all he did, so you can see, he just did quick little zigzags right there.
This is plate assembly 101. A little negative space around the edge, leave some white going. There we go. And we're going to pair this up with a really great salad. So
yeah, let's quickly get on into the salad.
Brussels are in season. We've got pears, pine nuts, grapes, a little bit of honey Dijon I made from scratch. You guys can buy bottled. Toss it together. Look at the colors in this.
And I think this is a great salad that kids will absolutely devour. You've got the Brussels sprouts in there, but you've got the apple and the grapes in there. Really
absolutely.
Good. So, and the pine nuts. Little extra add in there.
Everything contributes. So you've got sweet from the fruit, a little bit of earthiness from the Brussels, a touch of sweet and acidity from the vinaigrette. And the pine nuts will tie it on in with that buttery flavor. And there's a little Parmesan in there as well. So this is really quick and simple, fast to assemble, really inexpensive to make. The colors are beautiful. It attracts you with your eyes.
You know, this Southern
and it's healthy.
Southern girl has to taste some Brussels sprouts. I love it. So light and refreshing.
Thank you guys,
this is fantastic. We've got the appetizers, we've got our salad and our entree.
Seriously.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Adrian, match
yes.
made in food and wine, Evan. And a lot of people don't know, maybe Adrian has his company, Complete Eats. If you don't want to make this yourself, he'll cook it for you and take it to your house.
I also have to say, though, if you are on a special diet, like gluten-free or paleo, he absolutely caters to that.
Thank you so much. That's your cook-off coming down the road here between you and me.
Yes. Yes, right here on Houston Live. Let's pour wine.
And by the way, Tanji will be joining us later on in the show to talk about some of the best summer wines. And as always, you can tune in to Good Taste with Tanji on KPRC Channel 2, 5:30 a.m. Sunday mornings. Set your DVRs if you're not up that early. Also, again, to look up Adrian online, it's CompleteEats.com. So, Adrian, Tanji, thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Hey, guys, coming up next, we are going to give you tips to packing the perfect summer picnic. We'll be right back.